this is Timmara signing on with some more of the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. Okay, I'm exhausted. Whole different recording session I recorded 5 parts. That was the first session. I'm in my second session now. I've just had a long day of work and it's already midnight, but I've been thinking about this game all day at work, and I've been thinking for a while. Now, what's the right word? Recap of what we covered last time. But okay, so we had 5 patients. We got Mariana, who blacks out naked on the beach. Nathan, who relives the same day over and over again until a tragic event happens. Elin, who doesn't necessarily have any specific mental problem, but has some kind of like odd obsession with death in the afterlife. Claire, who stabbed her husband with a steak knife, and since then his health has been declining. And Bryce, a gravedigger who has 25 hours a day instead of 24. But after talking to Claire in part 4, I thought I noticed something she said, where what she said was different from what the subtitles were, where she said her husband David was dead, and how she changed the optometry, or whatever, the eye place, I guess, and she changed it into a florist after David died. That's what she said, but her subtitles said something else. And when you replay the clip, it's what the subtitles are.
No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into florist after what happened with David.
So, my hint is what I'm thinking is she actually did kill her husband David, and her delusion, which is her quirk, quirks isn't the right word, but her problem is delusions, and she thinks her husband is still alive even though she killed him, is what I'm thinking. And then Bryce, when he tells you about his extra hour and says time slows down, time actually does slow down for that 1 second he says it.
Midnight each day. Time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. It slows down to almost a stop.
But, I don't think that's like the game just trying to put emphasis on what they're doing. I think it's actually affecting us. The more I talk to these people, the more I'm getting their madness. The title makes so much sense when you really think about it. I'm getting infected by their madness. Because when we started day 2, we woke up in our office, just like completely conked out there. We might be suffering from Mariana's blackouts.
Ooh. Deja vu. Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor.
Now, that's why our assistant, Jaya, however you want to say her name, found us passed out at our desk. And then, in between that, we were looping conversations with Nathan, talking about... I remember that now.
Funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right.
Talking not necessarily to him, but a figment of him, I guess?
I'll see you tomorrow. Again. Don't answer that. I don't want to know.
Boy, this is weird. This is getting meta. And we talked to him over and over and over again until we got a right combination. And I don't know exactly... because Elin doesn't have an exact problem, but then again, we now have to talk to more people, and we've got Jaya now coming in, talking to us, listening to our problems.
Anyway, do you think you can fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already.
So, I think their madness is spreading, and to what degree, I don't know yet, but that's just what I've got going, just what I'm thinking right now. Alright, after 4 minutes of just rambling, and if I did this right, I edited in the clips to prove my points, and we'll see. So, carrying on. Anyway, so, day 2, our first 5 have come back, but now we've got 2 more characters, Jasmine, and Lacey. So now we got 2 more people with problems that we have to talk to. We also got some evidence, apparently. El Derby footage. Can we watch that?
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him.
All the above.
Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job. Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and have your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time. As, by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing happened.
I can't tell now.
Where's your glass, Doctor?
Huh. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, so whoever that guy was, Al Darby? Okay, he's talking about chaos. Maybe what he's getting at is that, God created humans and he hinged on them just being chaotic. But when they started getting order and stability, he needed to find a way to bring chaos back. And so he created madness, in a way. Madness, insanity. And so, he started inflicting humans with, mental problems, making them see things, making things happen. That's what I'm getting from it, from what his description was. And then when he said, and he's, different justifications of chaos and how it works, and the possibility that, and then the footage cut out. This is so weird. Okay. And the timestamp was also really odd in the bottom right. I don't know. Could that have been different days? Okay, sorry, there's so much to think about in this game, and we got a murder to solve. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, here's the thing. Our 5 came back, and we've got 2 new girls who are actually in the yellow already. Interesting. Okay, let's talk to the new girls. Let's check out Jasmine. Oh, right. Gotta remember how to play. Who are you,
I'm
madam?
Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
He dead. Dekker was murdered.
Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
Huh. Okay, so she doesn't know, apparently, but Dekker was stabbed.
Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
That was oddly specific. I never
We
even
had
mentioned
a display
it.
in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work. Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't
Matches
get
up.
rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours.
Huh. Okay, so Bryce was there talking to her at about 11, and then another guy was there. I should tell Tasman that Dekker was stabbed. You already did. So, Bryce has a timeline, so not necessarily an alibi, but...
There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times. He likes art and talking and
very erratically.
looking down here instead of up here.
I've got nothing to add. What is your deal?
When you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving, like a mini film, like little vines. But when there's a person in the painting,
When there's a person in a painting...
they watch me. Normally disapprovingly.
Huh. Okay.
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young.
Pretentious paintings. It spreads. Do you appreciate art?
Yes, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings. Like I said, they move for me.
How do the paintings
When
move?
I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop.
Which paintings?
I've been working on portraits, at home, outside work. But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard. I painted a man, Dorian. You know, after Dorian Gray.
I do not know Dorian Gray.
I wanted to try
I
and
should
capture
ask her
someone
about Dorian
aging,
Gray.
So I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third. It was hideous. And it started talking to me.
Okay. What did Dorian say? Hang on, I'm gonna first ask Dorian Gray. Where's... Oh, right. EY?
I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided
Oh, okay.
that I'm ugly, that I have no talent, nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor?
I'm sure you'll be fine. No, it's not true.
I hear it so many times from that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you.
You created that painting. It's possibly projecting your feelings? Huh. Tell me about
He was
Dekker.
shy. And then less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to set fire to it.
And did you?
Yeah, he could have been more specific. I tried to set fire to Providence. At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery. Several paintings didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges.
Luckily.
The police did arrest me, though.
Maybe you meant set fire to your original painting?
My boss, Petra, she's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any money. Such a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her.
All right. Did Petra ask you to set fire to
Dr.
Providence?
Dekker told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Well, why did I ask that question? Was the fire started for insurance money?
No. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance.
Oh, I get it.
I already ripped up the painting. It screamed as I cut it. And now whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor. I need them.
No, I don't think so. What tablets?
The Timmazepam, the sleeping tablets. The ones you gave me last time.
I didn't give you anything last time.
Dr. Dekker gave them to me. They helped. I know it's in my head. I know paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this?
A little bit of self-confidence? Maybe. That's what I was thinking. Maybe the painting was projecting her feelings.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
No. There are no questions currently available. Okay, she's already in the green, so I think we're at our limit with Jasmine. Okay, so not a very confident woman, but we'll see if we can take a look at that. Okay, let's talk to Lacey. Hello, Miss Red Sweater. What we got?
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
What am I supposed to know? No one gave me a dossier or anything.
Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80, and they diversion burgled her. But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife.
That
So I started a neighbourhood watch.
a bread knife. You mean the dull, bumpy ones, or
It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting. If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes... Poor Agnes.
okay.
She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
Wait, isn't Agnes?
I'm Lacey Hendricks.
Hold on.
So you don't know about me then?
No, wrong one.
Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80, and they diversion burgled her. But she was...
Okay, who's Agnes? Is she the neighbor who died? Is it someone else? What is the truth?
killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman.
What?
I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing.
What? Really selling double glazing?
No, I didn't answer the door. Best not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
Okay. What happened after?
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa. Snakes for her face. And Agnes just fell to the floor. A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream. That was the end of Agnes.
Did you ever go and check?
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need?
Maybe a body?
You're starting to sound like Dr. Dekker. He didn't believe me either.
Okay, what about Dekker?
I
This
didn't
lady's
have much luck
confusing.
with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered.
How did you even know about the murder,
Where
though?
is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
I don't know. 'Cause did they check her house? Was she not lying around if the lady just killed her and left? And how do you know about your neighbor's murder? If I say yes, they found Agnes, I don't know, did they? I should answer yes or no. Okay. I don't know. Sure?
What? That can't be possible. Is that true? Why don't I know about it then? When was this then? Is she alive? Her useless husband is?
Husband?
Don't know much about him. Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first, when the police were crawling around. But now they've gone, that's stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd...
You didn't say eat originally?
No. He's a weaselly little man who spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing.
Was Ron digging a grave?
What a
Ron,
thing to say. Why would you say that?
did he even
I
mention...
kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave. And you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer. Unless...
Unless what? Hold on a second.
Don't know much about him.
Shoot. Hold on.
Don't know much about him.
Bear with me.
Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first, when the police were crawling around. But now they've gone, that's stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd... No. He's a weaselly little man who spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing.
Okay, wait, am I going crazy, or did she never say his name? Ron. She never said the name Ron in this conversation, I don't think. So how do we know it, and was asking about if Ron was digging a grave? We never knew his name. What the hell? How? Okay, was Ron digging a grave? No, unless
Agnes
what?
said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think...
Is in the foundations?
I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
Hey, we're going on a lot of assumptions. Wait, hold on. I want to check something else.
I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me.
Sorry, I'm watching the subtitles and what she's saying. The subtitle said wouldn't, and she said didn't. And I don't know if that's just a translation error, or if that's or if that's me going crazy, understanding something. I don't know. I think calling the police is a little rash. No.
I'll get someone else to do it.
Fine. I don't want to be responsible for
I
that.
shouldn't really expect any help from you.
Sorry, that's a big
Dr.
ask
Dekker
just on
used to call me
assumptions.
The leech lady.
We're going off assumptions. I don't want to get in trouble for taking a guess.
He said that I leech thoughts from people, suck 'em right out of their heads. And I can put thoughts in there too. I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
You were confusing the hell out of me, lady. Actually, that might explain why we know the name Ron, even though she never said it, is because she implanted it into our head. What the frickety frick? Wait, you sell double clay?
Doctor, you're so good.
Holy,
We're going
what?
to get on just fine.
So she deliberately fed me a BS story in order to drop hints about, but then some of them. What? So she was the saleswoman? And was Agnes the lady who disappeared and Ron? But then is the affair real? What is going on with this lady?
I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
Not yet.
Garden club. You should come with me one night. It's a lovely way to meet new people.
I'd rather not be associated with you in any which way. Okay, she's in the green now, so we've run out of options. Okay, this lady is weird. There's so much wrong about talking to her. And it's like she was giving me a BS story, but yet all the things in the story make sense. But also okay, it's like she weaved this story about, a burglary that ended up killing Agnes. And then she was mentioning another woman in her neighborhood who got killed by a saleswoman who sold double glazed something. And turns out she is the one who sells double glazed. Don't give me that look, you wacky woman. She sells double glazed. Agnes was the wife of Ron. And Ron is a name we were never told. His name just started appearing in our text options. That's so... What the hell? Oh boy, okay. I am too tired for this kind of confusion. Oh man. Alright. Okay. That was trippy. Alright, so at least we got to talk to these two girls. They told me a bit more information. Now it's time to go talk to the old gang and just see what they got to tell me. And let's see how things could get more confusing. Yeah, okay. Sounds like a plan. I'll cut it off here, and next time we'll talk to... Probably start with Nathan and work our way to the right. Alright, so... Until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off.